Hello, I'm Julie, back again for another creative journal video where I'm going to be making some horizontal Dutch doors using some tape sent to me by the Washi Tape Shop. These were the very first pages I made with tapes from the Washi Tape Shop. Thank you so much for all the love you showed that video. I had a real struggle because for a couple of reasons. I found the washi tape material very thin, and also just coping with getting the stickers off the roll and onto the page was a challenge for me, as it was my very first time working with these very delicate washi tapes. But I was super happy with how these pages turned out, and I asked you to vote on which tapes you'd like to see me use next, and you voted for this Summer Cafe pre-cut tape. So I thought this would be perfect for some horizontal Dutch doors. Because I also like a challenge, I'm going to see if I can bring in the girls as well on this silent silhouette pre-cut washi tape. Even though they don't really match the colours, they all seem rather overdressed for spring or summer, but we're going to see if we can make it work. One of the things that I've done is to peel off all the images from the tapes so that I don't have to deal with the rolls in this video. So this is the silent silhouette tape with the girls. Then we have lots of really positive quotes and some doodles. And I really like how you can see them all laid out in these sticker storage books that you get from Amazon. Then we have somewhere the Summer Cafe here, which was the one that you requested I make a spread with. So let's get started. You would think that I've done so many Dutch door spreads now that they come easy to me, but I can't say that I'm all that confident with Dutch doors, particularly getting the reverse image to match. I had done a video where I show you really easy ways to make Dutch door spreads, but I think this one is going to be more complicated than usual because I am going to do 3 pages rather than the 2 that I've been doing lately. So the idea that I had was to have some of these girls on the first page. And I'm being really careful when I peel them up because they are really easy to tear, I found. And I don't want to do that. And have some of them sort of in front of the cafes. And the thing I always struggle with is whether to start at the back and move forward or start at the front and move backwards. I know when I made my Squad Girls horizontal Dutch door page, I started at the front, so I think I'm going to do that again, and if it's a disaster I will learn my lesson and start from the back next time. I don't want the girls to be floating, so I'm using this Finalizing washi to make a little pathway for them to stand on. I'll do a couple of strips. Trying to match them up. I think it's just fun experimenting and having a go. So don't be put off. As I say, I do have some easier videos where I'm using stickers that match when you turn them round. I want the girls facing each other or maybe apart. With these, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to find something to go on the reverse, particularly with the girls. but I noticed that some people don't really bother about having something that matches on the back. And there aren't any rules as such, although I'm a little bit fussy. I do like things to make sense to me. But let's see how we get on today with these pages. I shall have fun trying. Might as well take the road all the way across. There won't be a lot of journaling space on that week. And now I'm going to cut around the girls. I can't remember if I said, but I do have a discount code for the Washi Tape Shop, which is Plans in the Making 10 for 10% off your order. And I really do appreciate it when you use my links to shop at no extra cost to you. They have been in touch about sending me some more tapes, but I said that you had requested that I do a plan with me using the Summer Cafe tapes. So could I hold off on getting anything new until I'd done this video for you? But hopefully that means you'll be seeing more Washi Tape Shop videos from me in future. The reason I like doing it from the front is then you can clearly see what's going to be behind and decide where to position the stickers. I'm going to try a couple of these houses and see how they look behind the girls. I like to have a bit of perspective in my spreads, so I do want it to look like the girl is actually standing in front of the shop, which isn't always easy when you're working with stickers of a similar size. Maybe one more. And let's cut that page. About the middle bit. So let's do that. So now I want something showing in the gap. I've got this really big this is where I need my wax paper. And then I can decide which bit I want showing. the little blue door. That's cool. I forgot that I was going to ink up the sky, but I can still do that around the house. Cafe. And I might be able to add a bit of another cafe. Or I've got these little flowers from this other set that I got from the Washi Tape Shop. Could use those. I think I'll leave that for now and do the reverse cafes just so that I've got my pick of the ones that fit best. I've got a couple of contenders. This will be this one for that spot. Or this one. Let's see. So what I think I need to do now is ink up the sky so that I've got that sky background on all the pages, and then I can do the reverse. I've got some Whispers permanent ink. And I just want enough to give a touch of the sky. I've inked up the sky. So now I've got to decide on stickers to put here. This one is the narrowest, so I'll go there. And there's just a couple of bits overlapping. Now something for here. And now we've got the girls, which is going to be quite difficult. Probably not going to have a girl that's going to match that silhouette at all. I think that will have to do. I'm not going to stress over it too much. I haven't done the path though, I will need to add that. So now I need something behind the girls here. I feel like Dutch doors are a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. drugstore. Coming off the page. Just got this bit sticking out, which is her flowers, but there's not much I can do about that. It's a shame. Maybe I could put a little quote or something there. Let's turn our attention to the gap on this page now. We have one cafe left that we haven't used. I could take off the page. And I think that's too big to go there, but I could just cut the one. If that one look a bit strange. Let's try it. It does look a bit funny cut off there, but and then I could put this one underneath there. So I could have started this a lot higher because I don't need all that space there, but I wasn't quite sure where to start. I suppose that's the advantage with starting at the back, but I can always put the quote or something up the top if I want to. So what I'm going to do now is add the roads, maybe see if I can find something to go here, and then I'll be back. I've added the washi to that page, and the way I got over this white gap, which was bothering me, was just to fill it up with some little decorative elements. I know it doesn't make sense in the logical way of making the seam, but it's better than leaving it blank, and I like it a lot better now. So if you ever find you have little pieces that won't match up, then just find some tiny little decorative stickers, fill up the gaps, and I think that's fine. Now this page, I didn't want to add the same washi because I don't like the pages looking the same, which is my bugbear about Dutch doors. So this page and this page look very similar. So to make this one different, I'm going to add some different washi. I have this from Finalizing, which seem to go with the colours and the sort of vintage vibe of the stickers. I thought I'd just put it across the bottom. Makes that page look more complete. Now, I don't think I want to add mild liners to all the pages, which is what I usually do. So I might do boxes on this page, mild liners in the middle, and boxes on this page just for something different. Thought before I draw the boxes, I'll put some little embellishments on the page. And I've got a sepia pen rather than black. So I thought black might be a little bit too dark. It's a Pigment Micron. Let's have enjoy the little things on this side. I'm going to add some scallop washi to the top because it just needs something, and scallop washi always reminds me of bunting and goes well with the whole cafe vibe, I think. I think that finishes off that page really nicely. So let's do the boxes on this page. We'll have another quote and maybe a few images. How about this? Life is too short to wait. I haven't brought any of the cats in, sadly, in this particular spread. I think there are enough of them to make a little page with just the cats. But I'm thinking maybe this cup of tea would fit in with the summer cafe, or this lemon. Let's go with the cup of tea. And I will draw the boxes and be right back, and then I think we'll be done. I think we're all finished now. I added the boxes on this page. They look really cute. And then I also just filled in a couple of the gaps with some of those little pieces from the Silent Silhouette tape and a few little plant pots. And then here's the page with the mild liners. And now it does look different, at least from this page with the boxes. So I'm really happy with how those pages turned out. If you do have any tips for me regarding horizontal Dutch doors, do let me know. One of my favourite things to make are window pages. So if you missed the video where I made these fairy themed layered window pages, then I'll link the video on screen here so you can check that out now. I hope you enjoyed this Plan With Me video and will consider subscribing to my channel. And remember, you can find the links to the Washi Tape Shop and my code if you want to order either of these tapes I've used today or anything else from their website. Do give me a like, comment or subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again in another video really soon.